California house prices fell during the crisis by about a third, and approximately 800,000 California homeowners went into foreclosure during this period. So the California story is salient. You all are probably familiar with the HAMP program, Home Affordable Modification Program. This program was focused on non-conforming loans, and it basically was an effort by the federal government at modification, where that modification occurred loan by loan. There were very significant treatment effects that were absolutely immediate, that were associated with the California version of mortgage modification. We have a once in 100 years or so financial crisis, at least let's hope. We have a carrot, we have a stick. Kind of behooves us to take a look at these different pages in the playbook, to ask a question about the relative efficacy of one play versus the other, and maybe memorialize some of this. Basically, lenders were told, either you do modification big time, or just forget about the foreclosure option for 6 months on any property that you want to foreclose. This intervention, this treatment, known as the California Foreclosure Prevention Laws, had something to do with the incidence of default and foreclosure, had something to do with the payoff of house prices in the state of California, had, based on the house price evolution, some wealth effects, some generalized spending effects, and we seek to opine as well on this taking of the foreclosure option on the part of the state of California. In other words, did this intervention adversely affect the flow of capital in the state? And beyond that, was this simply a delaying tactic? And what we know is that A, permanent mortgage modifications in California in the immediate aftermath of the crisis were large relative to foreclosures. The second point we know is that the vast majority of those modifications didn't occur via HAMP. The third thing we know is that a lot of lenders in the state did not enact modification programs. In other words, were subject to this additional 90-day moratoria on foreclosure. The outcome terms relate to the incidence of foreclosure, to default and delinquency, to housing returns, to modification rates, to propensities to consume out of housing wealth, and we're looking at consumption of durable goods as measured by auto sales. We're looking at prolongation of the crisis, delay of foreclosure to a time frame beyond the treatment period. And finally, we're going to look at the Gaitner and Summers hypothesis that you strip the Band-Aid off and the wound continues to ooze. So we have an intervention, a treatment that occurs in California at time X. But we have 49 other states where there's no intervention. Why not use the information from the 49 other states to create a synthetic California? The 30,000-foot view of the paper is that the stick was mightier than the carrot. The California Foreclosure Prevention Law effect was mightier than HAMP. And basically, our answers here are all supportive of the California intervention.